Hi, my name is Michelle Fernandez. It is Sunday, February 17th, 2019, and this is we're working on week 6, the digestive system. This is my video lab, and today we're going to talk about we're going to go down the row of what happens step by step when you eat a cheeseburger. So the first part of it, of the digestive system, happens the minute you take a bite. You take a bite, and sure enough, the mouth, chewing the food, the saliva breaks down the food so that it can be sent down through, from the mouth, it goes down through the pharynx that pushes it into the esophagus. And the esophagus uses... The esophagus then has does some contractions called peristalsis, and what it does is that it delivers the food down into the stomach, and there is an esophageal sphincter and at the opening of the stomach from the esophagus, and what it does is that it prevents food once it's in the stomach from coming back up into the esophagus. From there, in the stomach, acids are used to break down all the food, and like all the enzymes and acid and stuff, it's used to get the food back into like a paste or a liquid, and it breaks it down enough to get in, and then from there it moves into the small intestine. Now the small intestine uses, that's where we see the small intestine is made up of the duodenum, jejunum, and the ileum, and this it's in the abdomen, and from there we break down more food, and then we break it down even more, and it's using enzymes and bile from the pancreas and from the liver, and in the in the small intestine is where you get all the absorption. So from there, all the nutrients are absorbed, and everything, they also, the bile, what bile does is that it helps with the digestion, but it eliminates waste products from the blood. So and peristalsis is also happens in that organ. From there, it is all the nutrients are absorbed and into the bloodstream and into wherever they need to go, into the organs or wherever they need to be. From there, from the small intestine, you end up going through the colon, which is the large intestine. So the colon, I believe it's like the colon goes, and it's the first part of it, and it connects to the cecum, and then from there it goes into the sigmoid, the ascending right colon, the transverse colon, the descending colon, and the sigmoid colon, and from there and that all connects to the rectum. So the stool or leftover from the digestive process is passed through the colon by means of peristalsis also, and first in liquid state and ultimately in a solid form as the water is removed. As the water is removed from the stool. A stool is stored in the sigmoid colon until a mass movement empties it, and then from there you're gonna go. From there, that's part of elimination. It goes into the rectum and out, and that's exactly how we process food, from the mouth down to the rectum and out. So thank you, and hope that helped. Thanks.